everyone, and today we're going to be unboxing yet more stuff I bought on eBay for cheapness. This video is going to get quite fun quite quickly once you see what is inside, and we're going to have a little bit of a netbook reflection. It's probably the best way to put this. So this was, as we begin to cut the tape, £16. 16. 16. Not 60. 16. And it's in the original box. I didn't even know that. I thought it wasn't. Well, spoiler alert, it's upside down, but you might be able to figure out what it is. Allow me to take the box away and turn this the right way around. This is a Toshiba NB305 netbook. Hang on a minute. Don't you own two of those? I might do. But not in this colour. So I have three now. You might be wondering, why on earth would anyone in their right mind want one of these, let alone three? And that's where a little bit of sort of context is needed. So there is a YouTube channel that some of you may know exists, The Westlife. I think I'm saying it correctly. I haven't actually looked to check if that is actually what the channel is called. I'm just going with my memories. And a very long time ago, I think the video must be from 2014. Little baggy. Used laptop bags make me ick a bit though, so we're just going to temporarily throw that to one side. He did a video on one of these netbooks, a blue one. And I was hooked. I thought they were a fascinating thing, even though it's just a crappy Intel Atom netbook. I thought they were really nice and they looked quite good. And I bought one and I was like, I really like this. Then I bought a second one and now I have a third one. To give you an idea of how inexpensive these things are these days, this one was £16 in its original box, with charger, with case, with everything. The other two I bought a bit longer ago. One was 30, one was 25. So I have in total spent less than £100 on three laptops, essentially. And I just thought it'd be fun to own all the colours, because it comes in, this one is like this, I think they called it champagne, white and blue. And I have all three now. So I'm going to get them all out in a little bit and we'll have a look. So I'm not sure of the exact specs. I'm assuming it's going to have its original 1 gig of RAM, hard drive, Windows 7 starter. That's the guess I'm making, but we shall find out. It's in its original box. This is really, really cool. So we are going to slide out what comes out easiest. Charger, I'm assuming, will come out fairly easily with a bit of help. I think that's the charger. Let me lay this down so it doesn't fall. I hear rattling. Indeed. Charger. A very expired limited warranty. Instruction pamphlets and some bits of plastic. Literally everything is here. Everything. That's really, really cool. I'm really happy about that. What I am going to do is I will use the charger in a minute on another one. So we have all three of them set up. So we're going to pull out the laptop. There it is. I'm afraid the lighting is abysmal right now. So let me see if I do that. That makes it a million times worse. Okay, we're going to leave the light where it was. The lighting in here is not good, to put it bluntly. So let's get rid of polystyrene. I'm going to pop all the packaging back in the box for now. So polystyrene piece 1 and 2, and the box that the charger was in. We're just going to slide all of this back into here for now. again, it's just always nice to have original boxes of things. So yeah, and that also proves to me there are only 3 colours, because I wasn't sure if there was a 4th colour. Here we go. Yet another one of these netbooks. Can I open the lid? Now, what I find so funny is all 3 of these that I have bought look unused. All 3, and you'll see that in a minute when we start getting the other ones out. And I completely believe that's because people bought them, went, oh my god, it's an Intel Atom, it's so slow, I can't use this, and promptly put them back in the box. Because every single one I own looks completely untouched. Like, the top lids aren't scratched, the bottom isn't scratched, all the rubber feet are intact, the batteries hold a charge, like, all 3. So, I wonder, actually. Let me see if the other camera is actually in line with this at all. Let me move this camera a bit. Angle is bad. There we go, it's a bit better. We're going to have glossy screen problems again, but it'll be fine. Is it just going to turn on straight away? 3, 2, 1, go. Yep. Ooh, that's not clicked in properly. Now it is. God, the glossy screen. There we go. Is it going to boot? Is it going to boot? Is it going to boot? Da-da-da-da-da-da. For some reason it's set to boot from... So is there no hard drive, or is the hard drive erased? That's going to be the question. I heard the hard drive click, so it's just blank. Okay. That's fine, because I would reinstall something on it anyway. F2. Missed it. Yeah, I can hear the hard drive. So there is a hard drive in it. It's just, for once, been erased. Someone's actually done their job properly and wiped the bloody thing. So let's have a look. Yeah, 1 GB of RAM, Intel Atom, boot. Yeah, hard drive, but with nothing on it. Okay. We might install something on it in this video then. But let me go and get the other 3, rearrange the camera a bit so we can actually see properly. I'll turn off the overhead camera because we've unboxed it, and we'll have a bit of fun. Here we go then. 1, 2, and 3. They are not in the order I bought them. I got the blue one first, then the white one, then the copper one today. And yeah, I don't really know what to say other than the fact that I really like them. Now, currently the blue and the white one are plugged in because the batteries are completely dead. Not dead as in broken, but they're not charged because they've been in a box. This one works though. They are really, really nice, in my opinion. And the reason for that is A, the size. I think laptops this size are absolutely fantastic. I wish that modern specs of PC were available in something that looked like this. I really, really, really do. Like, it's just such a good form factor. It's so compact. It weighs nothing. And the reason I like these, like, loads of netbooks exist, right? You know, Acer, Asus, MSI, God knows. They all made these things, right? But these are just nice. They have this nice, like, textured top available in 3 colours. And I don't think it is metal, but these things are solid and they're heavy. They have weight to them. And if we look at the keyboard inside, like, it's decent. It's not big. Like, this is my hands, right? The keyboard's quite small, but it's not the worst netbook keyboard by miles. The trackpad's a decent size for something from this era. What really lets these things down is, well, what lets down all netbooks? This. The Intel Atom. It's an Intel Atom N450 in this particular range of Toshibas, and it's dual-core just 1.66 gigahertz. It's not fast. It's not fast by any stretch of the imagination at all, which is a real shame. Also, the RAM situation, 1 gig, 1 gig, 2 gigs in the white one. I think maybe there's 2 in the blue one. I'll have to check. But yeah, they shipped with 1 gigabyte of RAM, and they were just not, they were not good in terms of performance, which was a real shame because, as I said, the form factor's great and the build quality's actually really nice. What we're going to do now is we're going to turn on the blue and the white one whilst we slide this one to one side, because obviously it's currently useless as it has nothing installed on it at all. So I'm going to pop it to one side. I'm going to reposition the camera and rotate these round so you can actually see the screens. Hopefully not overly reflective, but it's not going to be great. Okay, well, here we are. As you can see, they look very similar. Now, the white one is running Windows XP. The blue one is running Windows 7, I think. The original Windows 7 installation, and then Windows XP. So, 3, 2, 1, go. To be fair, I haven't turned the blue one on today, so the post time might be longer than the white one. But we'll find out quite quickly. CMOS is bad, I don't care. Go. Don't know why the white one's stuck. It literally just booted like 5 minutes ago. If I go into the boot menu and then just click on the hard drive, there we go. There we go, right. So we've got one with XP and one with Windows 7. I have a temptation to install Windows 8 on the other one, so we can have a range of Windows experiences on netbooks and see what happens, basically. There we go. I have this set up in all the classic theme, which I will explain why in a second. Let me shimmy the camera and we'll look at the Windows XP one first. Ooh, I love the fact that that's just immediately crashed into the table. There we go, right. The reason I have this set up in all of the classic modes is for screen real estate. Let me zoom in slightly. One of the biggest problems with these netbooks is the resolution. They are 10... no, they're not. They are. They're 1024 by 600. And the height is the problem. Trying to use web browsers with something that has no vertical screen real estate is awful, quite frankly. It's really, really bad. So if I hop onto my file server, which it should be able to connect to, and grab Supermium, you will see the problem quite quickly. So, map network drive. Where's backslash on this keyboard? There. Now, my file server is called Valhalla because most of my PCs are named after Norse gods. So I thought it kind of made sense to have... Oh, that is not focused. Going to refocus on the screen? Thank you. It kind of made sense to have their sort of home base... Wow, it is not staying focused on the screen. It kind of made sense to have all their home base be named after... You know... Brilliant. Let me turn the light off, actually. Hang on. That might help the situation. What do you mean you can't access it? Why? Okay, we're not connected to that. But if I could install Supermium, you would see the problem quite quickly is because there's just 600 pixels of height. Like, even with the classic taskbar, you just don't have much space. Can I get on a website? If I use Legacy Update as an example, perhaps. Like, just the Internet Explorer toolbar takes up so much of the screen, and look how little space you have left. Yes, we know Internet Explorer can't display anything. Like, you just haven't got any room. There is no space. The toolbar is over a quarter of the screen. You've got the taskbar and then the little thing at the bottom taking up another bit of the screen, and you're just left with this tiny sliver in the middle. I don't know if this says Microsoft Office installed. I know that the Windows 7 one does, so we can take a look at that in a minute. But if I open WordPad, for example, and make that full screen, even WordPad, which is very simplistic, the amount of space you have for the text is really, really, really small. But this does run Windows XP really, really well. I think Windows XP is what all of these should have come with, and when they started trying to put Windows 7 and Windows Vista on them is where the whole thing completely and utterly fell apart. Because Intel Atom CPUs are basically Pentium 3s, so you need a Pentium 3 compatible operating system like Windows XP. So this is the one with 2 GB of RAM. Yeah, and it does feel pretty okay with Windows XP. It works absolutely fine. I have no complaints how this runs Windows XP. It's annoying that it won't connect to the file server though, because if it did, we could do some more bits and bobs. I can never remember how to open my computer without having to click on the desktop. There we go. That's odd. So my file server has a really weird like problem where essentially, if you're just trying to connect a Windows XP PC to it, it's fine. But if any other devices on the network have an active connection, it won't work. Like right now. So hang on, my iMac is connected. So let me eject it from my iMac. And is it then just going to magically work? Like, genuinely, that has solved the problem before. It just seems to not be able to do Windows XP plus something newer. It just doesn't work. Is it going to do anything? Or is this wishful thinking too? It's not. This is not important. I'm just exploring now. Legacy Update's going to have a bajillion things to do, I'm sure. Where'd the window go? There it is. Yeah, I don't think this is going to work. Let me try one more time just from scratch, and if it doesn't work, we'll leave it. Because I've also remembered and have the problem that iMacs can't write to NTFS drives, and my easy-to-boot thing is an NTFS drive, so I currently can't even make the Windows 8 installer properly. Oh, it's all going well, isn't it? Anyway, I'm going to move this one. Not going to move it. I'm going to leave it there. What I'm going to do is rotate the camera this way. Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. Here we have the blue one, which is running its original installation of Windows 7 Starter Edition. I hope that's the password. Nope. There we go. I just can't type because this is a horrible angle. Clearly the sound is muted. As you can see, the speed of the computer has already plummeted because we've gone to Windows 7. And I think this one only has 1 GB of RAM, rather than 2, which is also really not going to help. Even just right-clicking on computer is just making it slow. I might have installed Office 2003 on purpose, because Office 2007 has an even bigger ribbon and would just cause more problems. I like how we're getting a moire pattern this time. That's really pleasant for your eyes. I do apologise. Yeah, only 1 GB of RAM in this one. 32-bit Windows 7. As you can see, there's one of my Norse naming schemes going on there. 2.4 on the Windows Experience Index. Not good. But we do have a modern-ish web browser, so we can open up Pale Moon. We're currently not connected to the internet, though, so that's not going to do anything. No connections are available. Well, the Wi-Fi disabled? That's a possibility. I don't really know. The battery's holding a charge, though. There's Pale Moon. It's not going to do anything because there's currently no internet. Let's see if we can sort that problem out. Network and internet. Connect to a network. Yeah. So where's the button? Function F8. I pushed it. Is that going to do anything? Where's the Wi-Fi? Where is the Wi-Fi? It's not showing up here either. What? Did I take the wireless card out? I highly doubt that. That's very odd. Is it disabled in the BIOS? I don't know. Is there another switch? Let me look at the other one. Try and find a switch. No, there's no physical switch. It is that keyboard command. but the keyboard command is not doing anything. Because if I do that, it's muting and unmuting. That works. I think, maybe, I don't know. Oh! Maybe there are more problems with this one than I thought there were. Or the problems have developed magically because there weren't problems before. But now we appear to have no audio and no internet. That's very strange. It's very odd indeed. Huh. Didn't think this would be becoming a fixing a computer I already owned video. That wasn't part of the plan, but as usual, here we are. Something broke. What broke? I don't know. Genuinely do not know. So let's shut it down, give it a shake, and maybe take the battery out, put it back in, and try again. Weird. Very, very weird. Battery out. Charger out. Battery out. Count to 10. There's no like corrosion going on. No, we're all good. Battery back in. Lock. Flip. Charger. Go. BIOS. Because it came with a CMOS error, so yeah. The time and date are very wrong. It is not 2009. It is actually the 5th of February 2026. So this thing has been around the block a bit. Right. CPU frequency, wake up, blah, 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 blah. 8 yeah, I don't care. Power on, security. Right, there's nothing in the BIOS that can possibly disable that feature, so I don't know what the problem is. Hopefully it'll just magically start working again. That is really, really weird, though. That is really weird. And yeah, the screen resolution on these is so low that Windows 7 actually doesn't display the startup screen properly. So... because it's below, I think it has to be 640 pixels high or something in order to display the actual swirly animation. So it just has like the Windows Vista bar style. Please wait. I'm waiting, and we're going to be waiting a while, obviously. There we go.
Huh?
What the balls? Okay, well, it's not broken. It just decided that it needed to be rebooted. Probably Windows 7 just having a driver moment. I don't know. Very odd, anyway. Oh, it's so slow, isn't it? I mean, to be fair, the hard drive could also be failing. That would also not surprise me at all. The Windows XP one is also still checking for updates, by the way. I don't know if it's ever going to get there. I don't actually know how up-to-date this version of Windows XP even is. I don't remember if I updated it or not. Right, we made it to the desktop. This time we have Wi-Fi and audio, so that's good. Because what I'm actually going to have to do is use this computer to copy the Windows 8 ISO onto the USB hard drive for use with the other one, because iMacs can't write to NTFS, so that's brilliant. Now, to somehow run a USB cable that has managed to tangle itself around literally everything across the desk. Slide that. There we go. Come on, you can make it. You can make it, I believe, into the USB port on the side. Missed. Because it's upside down. We're in. We're in. We're in. We are in. Okay, we're in. We have Wi-Fi, so I should be able to connect to the file server and copy off the Windows 8 ISO. God knows how long that's going to take over whatever Wi-Fi chip is in this thing. Oh. Let's update the time and date first, because that might cause problems with file servers, with the clock mismatching. Yeah, I know. Can we sync it now? Where's the sync now button gone? I swear Windows XP has a sync now. Oh, there we go. You need to click that first. Time synchronized. There we go. Right, the clock is now correct. So, computer. Ooh, it's slow. Map network drive. The backslash key is in a different place on this computer? Okay. Is one a US keyboard layout? Yes, one of them is a US keyboard layout. Oh, even this popping up is slow and making it lag even more. Oh, geez. Something I didn't mention about the keyboard is the A row is slightly off-centered where you would think it would be, so it's really easy to screw up typing. Come on. Windows 7 should not have a problem connecting. It's never had a problem before. Windows cannot access. Why not? Connect using different credentials because it's not the login for the computer. I've also had this happen before, and the solution was restart the server, and then it fixed itself instantly. Nope. Do I need to reboot the server? Does that literally what has just happened? Is it literally just done that stupid thing that it likes to do? That's really, really annoying. Allow me to go reboot my file server, and I will come back and we'll see if it will connect on the other one as well. Okay, well, it now works on... Oh my god, wobble wobble. It now works on the Windows XP Toshiba, so... Sure, okay. We are going to install Windows 8.1 on the other one, just because why not? Now, this is the 64-bit version, which is not ideal. Obviously, the 32-bit version would be preferable, but I can't be bothered to download something again. So we're just going to stick with the 64-bit one, because it's what I have. So I'm going to copy this over, and I'm going to copy it to the USB, and I will return in a while. Although currently, the other Toshiba is rebooting, and I'll be interested to see if the Windows 7 one will now connect once it's been rebooted. Weird things are happening, but it's fine. Don't worry about it. It's all good. It's all wonderful. What are the speakers like in this thing? I've never actually... Where's the tour?
Welcome to Windows XP from Microsoft, the new version of Windows that brings your PC to life. Experience the best. Experience Windows XP.
There it dinny.
Best for business.
But, you know,
Windows XP
they would suffice, I'm sure. There's the Windows 7 one rebooting. Let me move the camera back over. There we go. Ooh. Stay still. Stop walling. Right. It is so much slower with Windows 7, I can't even begin to explain. It just takes forever to do anything. I genuinely believe if netbooks had never shipped with Windows 7 or Vista, they might have hung on for a bit longer because people wouldn't have realised quite how terrible they were quite so quickly. Like, this hard drive has got to be failing. There is no way it's taking this long to just load Windows. Like, the logon sound is delayed, like everything. Are we stable? Well, actually, we might as well talk about, as I was saying earlier, about the screen size problems. So let's open up Pale Moon. If it ever decides to open ever again. Let me also actually just unplug this hard drive, because it's probably not helping having a huge external device plugged in is surely not helping, but never mind. Oh, come on. This hard drive has to be failing. I refuse to believe it's this bad. I mean, it very much probably is actually that bad, but hey ho. It's trying. At least I think it's trying. Who's actually to say? The hard drive activity light is going for it, so I have a feeling that might be more of the problem than the CPU. Oh wow, okay. It's still thinking about it. There we go. I don't know how long that was. I'll put a thing on the screen that says how long that was. It was probably a minute at least. Oh man. There's the Google homepage. Right. Let's go on to can we get it to load Reddit? Wow, I've typed Reddit. We're just gonna wait. And then press enter. It's trying. It's trying really, really hard. Now, I genuinely wonder now if the Windows XP one is any faster. So if I grab from computer stuff, Windows programs, browsers, and I grab Supermium, I wonder if the Windows XP one will be any more responsive. I really don't know. Anyway, is this can I use two-finger scroll? I can, but it takes about 45 seconds to kick in. Wow. That is chugging. I don't know what any lighter websites would even be. Reddit's not that bad, usually. Right, let me install Supermium. Yes, install. Pale Moon is a lightweight browser, as it is. The fact that this is running this badly is impressive. The BBC website? Maybe? I don't know what's even on the BBC's website these days. I don't look at it. I've typed it. I promise I've typed it and pressed enter, but it's not doing it. Right, Supermium is installed on the Windows XP machine, which we'll try in a moment, once Windows 8 finishes copying, because otherwise that's just going to make it even slower. So bbc.co.uk has literally locked up everything. It's dead. Okay. Let's get out of Pale Moon before we just brick the world via speed. Oh wow. Oh wow. Can we task manager? "100% CPU usage, 100% memory usage. Kill it." I have a feeling that 1 GB of RAM might actually be hindering this a lot more than I thought it was, because the RAM usage is more than the RAM, so it's probably using the page file, and that's why it's running so badly. So now that Pale Moon is dead, what are we looking at? Why have we still got 100% CPU usage? What is happening? The pale moon is gone. End process. Die. There we go. 75% CPU usage anyway. Is it trying to Windows update? Like, what is happening? I don't know. Anyway, that is slightly better. Let's open up Microsoft Word. Oh my god, that froze it as well. The hard drive and the 1GB RAM I'm blaming for this, I think. It can't be this bad, right? Let's open up Word 2003. Today, possibly today. I don't know whether, maybe, who knows. There we go. Okay. That's not awful. You could definitely use it to do some Word document editing. Now, it does have the Works word processor, which I think is maybe closer to Office 2007. I can't remember, really. Oh my god. This is netbook realism. This is netbook realism right here. Such a cool device, but utterly made useless by its own specifications. Right, we're going to shut this one down and move it out the way. And we're going to move back over to the Windows XP one, and we're going to try out Supermium. And then we're going to try and install Windows 8 on the Champagne one. That'll be fun. Okay, welcome to the Windows XP machine. Let's open up Supermium and see how badly this runs. So this has twice the RAM and a much lighter OS installed. Let's see if that makes any difference at all to the ability to browse the modern internet. Currently it's thinking very hard about opening. Very hard indeed. We have a white screen. How nice of it. We have a logo. We're not going to sign in. That feels like a bad idea on Windows XP. Okay, right. We've made it this far. Reddit. Well, so far, typing didn't freeze the whole computer, so that's...
Fake!
No Reddit for us, apparently. Oh, okay, there we go. That's weird. Okay. It looks less laggy in general. Scroll. That's a lot smoother than it was on the other one. That's a lot smoother. Okay. Can we load the BBC website? Which previously literally locked up the system. Wow. Okay. Twice the RAM and Windows XP really does make all the difference. I can scroll. It's loading. If I give it a couple seconds, it will load everything. Yeah. Okay. Dare we try and play a video? YouTube.com. That was probably a mistake to even think it could consider loading a video. Yeah, something tells me this is not going to work. But it has done a lot better than the Windows 7 one did, because double the RAM has actually made a huge difference. As again, this does not fit on the screen because there's not enough resolution. Let's find something with movement, like LGR's intro or something. The fans kicked up, which is not a surprise. Yeah, sure, LGR's latest video. We're not playing it in 4K. That will result in absolute catastrophe. It's probably not even going to play in whatever resolution this is. This is clearly an advert that it's trying to load. He gave up on the advert. Right, pause, 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 pause. We need to 144p, please. It's already in 144p. Well, cinema mode? That was a bad idea. Ooh. I mean, is it technically playing the video? Yes. You would not want to watch it, though. Anyway, that is a bit of fun with the two that I already owned. Let's install Windows 8 on the other one. Right, here we are. To be honest, don't even know if this is possible, because I don't know if the CPU supports NX. I would assume it does, because there are CPUs that are older than an Intel Atom that can boot Windows 8, but the Intel Atom is garbage in so many other ways, it wouldn't surprise me if there's another shortfall that means that this doesn't work. But we'll find out. So, Easy to Boot is working. If Windows 8 doesn't work, I have an infinitely large number of Linux distributions and various other things on this hard drive that we can try. So, Windows install menu. Wait for it to wake up. Install Windows 8. I'm not going to install Windows 9, so Windows 8. Windows 8.1. One, I think. Booting Wimboot. Okay, sure. I know what that means. Is it even going to work? It's making a RAM disk. That's probably a bad idea. It's got 1 GB of RAM. That's not going to work. Uh-oh. This is taking its time as well. And done. Is it even going to boot? That is not the Windows 8 startup screen. Is this going to have the same problem as Windows 7 does, where the resolution is so low that it can't even display the Windows 8 boot screen? It would not surprise me. This might be easy to boot stuff, because I wasn't paying attention. It might have pulled an unattended XML setup, but that's fine. We'll see. This is honestly further than I thought we'd get, though. We have the blue background, which implies that the installer has... Oh, okay. Do not close this window. I'm not. Setup is starting. Okay. If this installs and is even remotely usable, I will be shocked. But to be fair, Windows 8 is not that resource intensive. Compared to Windows 10, and definitely compared to Windows 11, Windows 8 is much closer to Windows 7 in terms of resource usage. Okay. Does the mouse works? English United Kingdom. Next. Windows 8.1 Pro 64-bit, because I don't have a 32-bit version to hand, but oh well. Why not make it worse for ourselves? Drive 0, partition 1. Go. Time for a time lapse. Okay, the Eagle has landed. We're going to skip the product key screen for now, because I can't be bothered to type one in. And if we can get in without doing that, we are going to. So we'll just go default everything. That'll be fine. Windows 8 still lets you create local user accounts, which is really nice of it. Do we have internet access? We do. Is it actually going to let me connect to the network, though? That is a question.
Nope.
Hello. Oh, good. This is a good start, isn't it? I mean, again, Windows 8 on a mechanical hard drive and 1GB of RAM is not really a thing that should happen, but we're going to try it anyway. If we can ever get past this screen. Oh, it's like completely frozen. I'll come back if it recovers, I guess. Okay, so after rebooting, I managed to get past and connect to the Wi-Fi. So, that's fine. We're going to turn automatic drivers on, but we're going to turn automatic Windows updates off, because having automatic update running in the background is just going to increase the CPU overhead even more. That's fine. Location services off. See, look, you used to be able to turn this stuff off. So the trackpad has no drivers right now. I'm hoping that Windows Update can do something about that. Next, you'll set up your account, which, unlike Windows 11, you can actually skip the Microsoft account screen and just log in normally, which is the only way it should be. The fact that you cannot create, like, local accounts anymore is absurd. There we go. Create a local account. Good. A hint is required. I don't care. Like, so far, this is responding okay, I suppose. It's going to say hi now, isn't it? Hello. I guess another time lapse, because I don't know how long this is going to take. I'm going to be totally honest. That didn't take anywhere near as long as I thought it would. And considering we have no drivers whatsoever, it's not that unusable. So let's open up Control Panel and see if we can get Windows Update to pull any drivers on its own. But to be honest, I feel like I should leave this video here. We've done a little bit of an explore, we've done a lot of talking, but if you want to see more of these netbooks, leave some comments of what you would like me to do, because I could definitely, there's some stuff we could definitely do. We could try some Linux distros, try and get these usable in the modern age, see if anything can be done. That took a long time to load the Windows Update settings. Ooh, that was a bit. But there are no graphics drivers installed right now, so I'm not like mad about it. Yeah, sure, just try it. want to open Windows Update in Control Panel because that's the way that Windows Update should work. Windows Update. This could also be at least partially the hard drive's fault. I'm sure Windows Update is available in the control panel in Windows 8. I'm sure it is. Am I being ridiculous? I'm sure it is. Control panel. Yeah, Windows Update. There it is. Okay. Well, this is probably going to take 85 days, so I'm going to leave this video here, and let me know in the comments what you would like me to do with these things, because we've just got one Windows 8 on it now, and it actually is not completely unusable. Like, that is, considering we have no drivers, that is responding to my button presses. So, that's good. Can I change the resolution? This has got to be the hard drive, like the incredibly slow Windows search. 800 by 600. No. No, I can only make it worse. Okay, so there are no drivers at all. I will see you in another video. But yeah, I now have 3 NB305s because why not?